Hi guys, welcome back to 375 Dance Studio. My name's Amanda and today we are going to be working on arm styling. The first thing I want to say about arm styling is that it's very unique and specific to the person. So what I'm going to be showing you guys today is what I feel most comfortable doing with my arms. So if you feel comfortable doing something else, that's great also. I think arm styling, there's no right or wrong answer. You just have to be fully committed to what you want to do. Good arm styling makes the movement look full and complete, but it shouldn't be distracting. Alrighty guys, so now I'm gonna get a little bit in the mechanics of how I use my arms. So usually I say that it is elbow, wrist, finger when I bring my arm out to the side, and also my hands shouldn't be like a dead fish. I should always have my middle finger and my thumb squeezed together like you're, I don't know, squeezing a little grape. Yeah, and my other fingers are really extended. They always have energy flowing through the fingers. So there's always some sort of energy flowing through the arms. There's never a dead arm, dead fingers. So when I bring my arm out to the side, I always like to think elbow out first, then the wrist, and then the fingers completed. And then the same thing when I bring my arm in, I turn it, I bring elbow in first, wrist, and then fingers. So let's practice that a few times. Elbow, wrist, finger, elbow, wrist, finger. Yeah, again, elbow, wrist, fingers, elbow, wrist, fingers. So right now it's a bit like robotic, but eventually when you get the feeling and the motion, it will go much smoother for sure. Now we're gonna do it to the other hand. And elbow, wrist, finger, elbow, wrist, fingers. Elbow, wrist, fingers. Keep going in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out, okay? And now we're gonna work them at the same time together. So we just did one by itself. This is where it does feel, it is complicated to do, yeah, to coordinate the elbow, the wrist, the finger, but now we gotta coordinate two hands working together. So one arm will be going out as the other one comes in, and the other one will be going, and then vice versa. We're gonna start with our left one out, right one in. Yeah, so elbow, so they're going in the same direction. Elbow, wrist, fingers, and again. Elbow, wrist, fingers, and again. Elbow, wrist, fingers, and elbow, wrist, fingers. Elbow, wrist, fingers, and elbow, wrist, fingers. Keep going. And switch, and switch. We're gonna make it a little bit faster now. Switch, and 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 switch. So your arms can go on various tracks in different directions, up, down, wherever you wanna go. So when you're going up, you also want to feel as if the energy is starting from the elbow and working its way through your wrist and up into your fingers. And I always say when your arm is up there, really stretch your whole side to get the feeling like it's pulling up and through the roof. So you get a really nice, beautiful straight line. And then coming back down, and again, all the way up, and down, and all the way up, and down, all the way up, and down. For myself, I really like that when I reach and get that hand up there, that I have my wrist go out and down. I think it adds a little bit of a nice feminine touch. Let's do the other arm. Ready? Up and down, up and down, all the way up. Make sure you stretch that side, up and down, up and down again, up and down, last one, up and down. So your arms can move on various tracks. So like we just did to the side and we did up. So now you can also start down, which we start at 0, let's say, yeah? And then if I move my arm on 0, my arm can move in the track up to get into a neutral, or from 0, we can just bring it straight out to the side. So you can choose what you like better, but make sure when you move the arm up the body that your fingers stay activated. It's really nice to see when somebody's really working their hands on their body that their fingers are still activated and still have energy through them. Let's work our way from 0 to our neutral, and then we'll bring it out and in and up and down, back to neutral. Yeah, so 0 to neutral, to out, in, up, down. We'll do that one more time. 0 to neutral, out, in, up, down. Okay, now we're gonna try the other arm. So 0 to neutral, out, in, up, down. 0 to neutral, out, in, up, down. And 0 to neutral, out, in, up, down. And it's really weird for me. It's really strange. Sometimes I feel that my left side is super strange than my right side, but that's completely normal. So if you're a righty, usually in life, your right hand will feel much more natural than your left arm, but you have to work both equally because you never know. For instance, if you hit a fan position, you got to work that left arm. So always make sure you're doing both sides equally. So now we are going to just work from 0 and go all the way up our body, all the way straight up. Yeah, and then we're gonna come back down. And again, 0, all the way up, and all the way down. And again, 0, all the way up, and all the way down. Don't be afraid to put your hand on your body. It looks nicer than to, yeah, so make sure you really put that palm all the way up and all the way down. Let's try the other arm. And all the way up and all the way down. And again, all the way up and all the way down. And up and down and up and down. So now we just worked on mostly these kind of tracks, so on our body and up, but we can also work, we can bring our arms straight from 0 out to the side and all the way up, and then out to the side and down. And again, out to the side and up, out to the side and down. And again, side and up and side and down, side and up and side and down. And we can do the other side, and all the way up and down, all the way up and down, all the way up and down, all the way up and down. If you're noticing, there are so many different tracks that we can work through. You don't necessarily have to just even do side. You can even, let's say, go forward and up, and forward and down. And the other arm, forward and up, and forward and down. You can even go through the back and up, back and down. Other arm, back and up, back and down. Yeah, so anything that you do on this kind of track, you can do it through any side, forward, side, and back. So guys, if you've noticed when I've been doing all of these arm motions that my body is being included on the arm movement. Because before we were saying how it was a little bit robotic getting our arm in and out. It was because I wasn't adding any body to it. So when I do my arm styling, it's also important that my arm is reacting to what my body does. So I don't want to be doing an arm going backwards, but my body is rejecting it and it's going forwards. So if my arm is going backwards, my body follows that arm and goes with the arm. All of the arms that I've been showing you have some names for it. So when we were going like this and bringing our arm from back to forward, or bringing it from forward to down, this is called a wheel plane. So we're working our arms in a wheel plane. When I work my arms from up to down on a side track, this is called a door plane. And if I work my arms on a flat in front of me like this, and rotational, this is called a table plane. So we can work our arms in all of these planes however you want to work them. So you can go, let's say for instance, I go into a wheel, I come into a door, and then I go into a table. So I don't necessarily have to say, okay, the whole time I'm gonna do wheel, 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 and stop. So I can work with all these different planes that I have. So the arm styling so far that I've been showing you guys is going through the movement. It's continuous, it never stops. So if you would take a picture while you're doing these movements, maybe you'll never get a perfect picture because your arms are continuously moving. But we do have arm styling, which is I would call it design. So in this moment, if I would do this, and a person would take a picture, it would be a perfect picture moment. So it doesn't necessarily have a perfect route, but it is sudden, and you can make something look beautiful and your arms can be styled a certain way. So for instance, if I say I want to do a design arm styling, I would say, I'm going to give you an example. So I would say I would just get there. There wouldn't be a moment where you see that this happens and then it gets to my head and then this one comes up and gets here. It's just direct. There is no exact route I can say. So now we're going to practice our arm styling in a basic routine. We're going to do international Rumba. We are going to do a basic New York hand-to-hand and spot turn. Only 2 of each step. So I'm going to give you some examples, but if you feel like you don't like that specifically and you want to do something else, go for it. First, I'm just going to go through the steps and then we'll start putting the styling on it. So we start with our right foot to the side. We have 4, hold 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, hold 1, 2, and 3, and 4, hold 1, 2, and 3, and 4, hold 1, 2, and 3, and New York, 2, and 3, and 4, hold 1, 2, and 3, and 4, hold 1. We said only 2. Now we have hand to hand. 2, and 3, and 4, hold 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now spot turn. 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. So now I'm gonna face you guys so that you can see what I'm doing, but then when we come to the practice time, I'll turn around so you can copy and follow along. So we're gonna do our basic step. We're gonna step to the side with the right, and right arm out to the side. Step forward with the left, left arm out to the side. Step back, right arm out to the side, step to the side. Left arm out to the side. And again, right and left. And now we're going into our design. So hands on our hips, side. Now from here we do our little cutesy headache movement. And 2, and 3, and side. And now when I step back, hand shoots above my head. 2, and 3, and side. New York, the same thing. So the first one, I'm gonna do a typical New Yorker arm, and then we are gonna do the second one, a design. So we're gonna step to the side, we're gonna bring our right arm in, and I'm gonna bring my right arm out to the side. Out to the side. And now I bring it in. And now on the second one, our left arm is going to do a design. So what I'm gonna choose is I'm going to put it behind my head. That's gonna be my design. And behind my head and to the side. Let's practice that one more time. Out to the side and in. And now behind the head, and side. Now, hand to hand, same exact thing what we've been doing with the basic step and the New York. So, we're gonna step to the side, we're gonna put the left arm out to the side, elbow, wrist, finger, and bring it back in. And then the second one, we are gonna shoot it up, above our head, really try to get it up and around, nice straight line. Second one, and 2, and 3, and 4. Let's practice that one more time. Out to the side, and shoot above the head, up, and to the side. Now we're gonna do the spot turn, same thing. Step to the side. Now, left arm out, elbow, wrist, finger, and bring it back in, elbow, wrist, finger, step to the side. Now, design. I'm gonna do a little hip action here. So I'm gonna put my hand on my hip, and come back and to the side. And one more time, arms out, and in, and to the side, and now design, pull, to the side. So now I'm gonna show you what it looks like when I put it all together, the steps with the arm styling. Here we go. And 4, hold, 1, and 2, and 3, 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 and 4, hold, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty guys, it is practice time. We are gonna put some slow music on. We're just gonna repeat it a million times until it is in our bodies. Alrighty guys, keep putting that routine on repeat, get it into your muscle memory. If you decide to use any other arm styling, it's perfectly fine. Just make sure that you are confident and committed to the movement. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. Bye.